Well, if you live outside a major city in this country, you already know there is a heroin and opioid epidemic underway in the United States. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the most recent data from 2014 show that opioids were involved in nearly 29,000 deaths. Opioid overdoses have quadrupled since 2000. Some argue there should be supervised injection facilities for heroin addicts so they can shoot up safely and avoid ODs and spreading disease. The New York City Council approved $100,000 to study the possibility of that here in New York City. Republican Brooklyn City Council candidate Bob Capano has slammed that plan, and he joins us now to explain why. Bob, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
So in evaluating this, I always use the same criterion for all policies. I think, would I apply this to my kids? Would I allow someone I love to do this? And in this case, if someone I loved were addicted to heroin, I wouldn't say, I disapprove, but you can shoot up in my house. I would say, this will kill you. No, I have no tolerance for it at all. So why shouldn't policymakers follow, if they love the people they represent, why shouldn't they follow the same rule?
I agree completely, and it's just clear that this Mayor de Blasio and the City Council want to make New York City a sanctuary city for heroin junkies by making us literally the first place in the country to open these legal facilities where addicts and junkies can legally shoot up and get high. I mean, to me, this is just bad for the taxpayers. This is bad for New York City, and it's even worse for addicts. I mean, think about it. How can we expect law enforcement to prosecute drug crimes when City Hall is encouraging its use?
And we don't even need to guess what would happen, because Zurich, Switzerland tried this in the 80s. 1987, a park right in the middle of Zurich allowed a free heroin injection space with needles subsidized by the government. In 5 years, there were 20,000 heroin addicts living in downtown Zurich, and they shut it down because it was a disaster. Are they not aware of that here?
I guess not. I mean, in downtown East Side, Vancouver, Canada, they have this Insight program, and that was the first place in North America that opened. And if you look at downtown East Side, Vancouver, we have people lining up on the streets begging for money so they could bring their heroin in there to legally shoot up and get high. And I just, bringing this type of program to New York City's neighborhoods is not good. I know the people of Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights, Bed-Stuy, and New York City don't want to see vacant storefronts turned into heroin injection facilities.
I just think it's so strange when you contrast their attitude toward heroin addicts, which is one of the saddest possible things to be, with their attitude towards, I don't know, cigarette smoking or not wearing a seatbelt or driving in a bike lane. They have zero tolerance, and that's fine. They think those are harmful activities. They don't put up with them. But heroin use, we can understand. What is that?
To me, it's crazy, and it's just another example of this City Council and Mayor de Blasio's progressive policies being progressively bad for New York City. They try to slip these kind of things behind people's backs, just like they did with the nickel bag tax that's going to occur in February. And this proposal was just snuck in there. I started an online petition at my website, bobcapano.com, to showcase this issue. And people, now it's coming to the public's attention, are outraged. I'm like, call me crazy, but if any money is being used on this issue, it should be used to break the addicts' addiction to the drug, not doing something that basically legalizes heroin use.
Because when you tolerate something, you get more of it, as any parent of teenagers can tell you. What a depressing story. Thanks a lot, Bob, for bringing us that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.